Hi, here's Rediscovering Coach. Today we're going to talk about resentment. Now, I think all of us have to cope with resentment at some stage or another. And you meet people every so often who have this sort of like anger in them, and they sort of carry it around with them, and they have a particular look on their face. And often it's because they're carrying deep-seated resentment around with them. Okay, sometimes you'll see people standing at the traffic lights or something at the pedestrian crossing, and they've got their fists balled up, and you can just see in the whole, and they're waiting for the lights to change, and they start hitting the button, which isn't going to change anything, but they're just feeding their own resentment. And so resentment is one of those things, it's has a little bit to do with fear as well, anger, fear. And so I wanted to give you something to help you get over any resentments you're carrying around. The worst thing you can do with resentment is many people try and lock it away, or they pretend they don't have it, or they try and forget about it. But the problem is that, there's always a trigger that will bring it back again, and then you wake up thinking about the resentment, or if you're sitting somewhere and something's going wrong, then those old resentments will sort of bubble up and say hello. And that's not nice either. So we're going to look at something that's like facing the resentment, feeling the resentment, and then dealing with the resentment, which basically equals heal. So we're going to try and heal the resentment. So what I want you to do is make a list of your resentments. Get a piece of paper, write a list of the people you resent. Okay, and then the next thing is to write about what did that person do to you that made your resentment so bad. So write that out and really be honest here. There's no use just you really want to write it fully out, because what you'll find is that often just by writing these things, you all of a sudden think, why was I getting so upset about that? Really, I was just wasting my energy. And so some things just disappear on you, and it's fine. And the next thing is to be incredibly honest with yourself. The next thing you're going to write down is, what part did you have to play in the proceedings? And this is really important, because if you're really, really, really honest with yourself, you'll find that there was an action that you played, something that you played in the proceedings that actually is what you're really resentful about. Okay, so often we transfer that resentment onto somebody else, when in actual fact, if we dig deeply enough and we examine our feelings and examine the whole procedure, it comes back down to something we did, something that we are angry with ourselves because we got it wrong. Okay, so you have to be really, really honest with yourself and deal with that. And people sometimes say, well, just forget about it, but you can't. Resentment is one of those things that keeps coming up. I've seen it in people often. I've had it myself. And it's the other thing you want to do is actually look at how it's affecting you. And so how is this resentment affecting you? So first of all, you want to, what was your part in it? And then the next thing is to say, okay, how is it affecting me? Am I lying awake at night about it? Am I getting, could it have something to do with my sore back? Is it transferring there? Is it, is my blood pressure high? Or am I always angry? Am I quickly disappointed in people, think about, is my self-esteem, has damaged my self-esteem? Has it damaged my confidence? Think about what effect that resentment is having on you as a person. And once you do that, you have this sort of acceptance that comes across, because then you've taken away the importance of the resentment. And then it's easier to forgive whoever it is you resented. And, so much energy is just used up on this type of thing, on anger and resentment. And, you have a life to lead, and you just don't need it. So there was some tips for you to carry on. And if you need help, then contact me via Instagram or wherever you've seen this video, or go to my website, Rediscovering.Coach, and you can get further help there. You can sign up for my 7-day free course, or just contact me over the contact form. So until the next time, here's Rachel saying bye.